Are you ready to heal? If you're ready to heal, I'm ready to help you. If you're not ready to heal, then go ahead and just turn off. There's no reason to listen to this. But if you're ready to heal, I'll help you. First thing I want to do is make sure you understand it is not your fault. And I've got that on good research, because Gabor Mate is my hero, and there's other people that are my heroes too. But what my heroes have told me is that the same thing that I learned when I was studying to become DR in front of my name. And that's the fact that what happens in that little space that you're in between the ages of 0 and 5 is your whole world. That's what your mind continues to think is your whole world for as long as you're alive. Yeah. And that's the problem, because you come out of that world and you start learning all these adult things. You don't talk about them in high school. You sure don't talk about them in middle school. So you don't really understand that some of your buddies are also they're getting beat regularly and degraded and put down and not fed enough and whatever it is. You just don't talk about those things. You don't tell anybody about those things. You just don't. I mean, most people don't. There's a few people that will, but most people don't. But when they research, they discover that's what goes on. So what happens when you get out in the real world and you're supposed to go to school, get your high school diploma, get your college diploma, then you're supposed to get married, and you're supposed to have kids, and you're supposed to take care of them and build a mansion and have a huge savings account and put your kids through college and all that. But it doesn't really work that way, does it? When you get out in the real world, you discover there's lots of divorce, there's lots of unhappy people, there's lots of people putting each other down, there's lots of people throwing you under the bus. That's one of my daughter's favorite lines. They throw me under the bus, sabotaging you, doing everything they can to keep you from getting ahead. Why do they do that? Because they're selfish, they're greedy. They got the wrong message. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you the truth, because I'm almost 80. I don't have anything to hide. I want to tell you the stuff that nobody told me, that I wish I'd known, that I didn't know, and they didn't even tell me before they died, damn it. They should have, but they didn't. So it's my turn. I get to tell you what I want. Whatever you want to know, you just have to ask me. You can ask me here on YouTube, or you can join me on my SKOOL, which is a online. We can have a one-on-one. It's free. You sign up for free. You talk to me for free. There's no upcharge. I'm not changing anything. It is run by a nonprofit. If you want to make a donation, that'd be great. Otherwise, at some point, I'm just going to run out of money to keep it going. But yes, there is no charge. And if you use PayPal, you can donate $1. That's all you got. That's what you do. What matters is you got somebody to talk to. You can talk to me several times. You can talk to me once. Depends on what you want to know. But I'm telling you right now that in your mind, how you were brought up that first 5 years has impressed you to no end, and from then through high school was just nothing but reinforcing whatever you were dealing with. And that's what's made your life so tough. That's why you've looked for some way to ease that pain. And what you get is an addiction. What can you be addicted to? Well, you can be addicted to cigarettes. I was. Alcohol. I was. Drugs. I wasn't. Shopping? No, I wasn't. Gambling? No. Workaholic? You betcha. And I'm still addicted, and I've never tried to heal. If I'd tried to heal, I wouldn't be sitting here today doing this. I'd be sitting out in the front yard watching the birds, or crocheting, or painting a picture, or taking pictures, or something other than wasting my time on you if you're not listening. If you're listening, I'm not wasting my time. So I hope you're listening. If you're still listening, I'm going to tell you at the end of this video where you can join me on school and make an appointment. Just let me know. I'll get on Zoom, you get on Zoom, and we'll talk. And we talk about anything you want to talk about. If you want to heal, I'm here. From whatever it is that you don't understand, that you're not clear about, that's making you not love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you're never going to be right for any of the rest of the world. Does that make sense? You've got to know love to give love. And if you give love, the whole world is better off. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. Because addictions don't make sense until you talk to the right person. Gabor Mate has devoted, I believe it's 30, it may be 40 years of his life to answering questions from people who were so far gone that even he wasn't able to help them, but they were able to help other people like you and me today, because he gave them answers. When they did his research, they gave him answers. And he was able to tell us who we are now, why we're the way we are, and what we can do about it. And I've seen a lot of people heal. I'm a convener on LifeRing. I work with people every week. I work with people at least 3 different meetings a week, and I watch people heal. And I know myself, the last time I went in for surgery, that morning, my blood pressure was 168. I was so scared they weren't going to operate on me. But they did. They replaced my second hip. So I've got 2 artificial hips. And now my blood pressure was 91 over 61 yesterday. Is that good enough? No alcohol. Makes a big difference. No drugs either. That never worked for me. I'm very allergic to weed. It's really awful. I spent the 70s throwing up in the bathroom because every room I'd walk through there'd be weed, and I'd smell it and get sick and throw up. Yeah, well, there's some blessings that come from the universe, even though there's a lot of lessons, and we all have to learn them. And you're here today to learn my lesson. My lesson to you is, are you ready to heal? Are you ready to heal? The answer is yes. Go to my school, make an appointment, and let's talk. Thank you.